guys, this is Kayla.
Or Elise, as she's also known.
Yes, Elise Burke Brown is my author name.
Right, and I'm Becky, and we're with Couple of Bees Read.
Yes, and we're here with an update on the Chase Harlem book tour. So, an update on the quilt. Part of it is done.
Yes.
Much more than this is done.
Yeah, that's just one of the blocks. So.
That I feel like was the most difficult block to do because of all those tiny little letters.
Yes, it was a booger bear. So.
But you got it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's done.
So we do have an update on the tour. We have 8 spots that I know are open to the public, and we are good to go to announce. So first of all, if you're a Tuscaloosa native or you're in the area of Tuscaloosa, June 17th is still the first date. It is the day the book comes out, and we're having our book launch at Ernest and Hadley.
And they have a few tickets left, but not very many.
Yeah, we're getting pretty full on that one. And it starts at 5:30. We're hoping there will be gumbo, depending on how many more people come in. There will definitely be some bookmarks, some keychains for the first few people who order. And I will, of course, be signing books, reading part of the book, and welcoming anyone who wants to come have a chat.
Yep.
So at that point, we're doing another private event in Tuscaloosa. We're going to be in talks to figure out how private that's going to be, especially if we sell out at Ernest and Hadley. So if you're in the area, keep listening because we're hopefully going to get some more up for everyone. June 19th. That is that Thursday. We go up to Huntsville for Snail on the Wall bookstore. I've watched them on Instagram as they've built their bookstore, and it's just such a charming store, such a beautiful place.
I'm really excited about going.
I might be more excited about that one because my family's there, but also that bookstore looks absolutely adorable. Snail on the Wall in Huntsville, and that is at 6 p.m. and I will be getting interviewed by my grandmother-in-law, not really, my brother's wife's grandmother. So I'm super excited. She does a lot for the community, so I'm glad to have that chat with her. Then June 20th, we go up to Florence, Alabama for Court Street Books, another bookstore I've always wanted to visit. It's super cute, starting at 6 p.m. And then June 21st, we're going to Decatur, Alabama, which my brother is a teacher near there, which is how we got this connection. So that will be at 11 a.m. at Brown Books and More. And I've only been able to see pictures online, and I absolutely love the store. I think we're going to have a great crowd. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're in Decatur, please come. This is kind of how we're planning all future events to see what places we get the most interaction with readers. And I'm hoping that will be a big win for us. And finally, because most of my friends, former colleagues, are all in Birmingham, and they've all been like, when are you coming to Birmingham? When are you coming to Birmingham? Well, I'm coming to Birmingham on June 22nd. That is a Sunday at 2 o'clock. I'm coming to Thank You Books, which it's funny, the week before we will be at Thank You Books to meet up with Patty Callahan Henry for her book event. Thank You Books is is really the place in Birmingham for big name authors, so I'm super flattered they agreed to let me come in and do a bit of speaking, a bit of Q&A, and a bit of reading of Chase Harlem. Then June 28th at the book location that is the book location of my dreams because it's in New Orleans. We will be at the Garden District bookstore. This was the bookstore on my list that was just if we get no other bookstore, if I make no other stops, I need to go to this one because it is in New Orleans.
Of course, which is where
the book
takes place.
Is set. It is a beautiful spot, a beautiful bookstore. It's in the Garden District, so it's around all this beautiful history, beautiful homes. Sandra Bullock's house is there. Maybe she'll come. Probably not. But one can dream.
That's right.
So,
Come on, Sandra.
Garden District Bookstore. It's also where the famous Anne Rice ended all of her book tours.
Because she lived in the Garden
Because
District.
she lived there.
Yeah.
Her fence was one of those who had the little skulls on it.
Yeah.
Yes. So definitely come there. Even if you don't buy my book, they have a great collection of Anne Rice's signed novels that are like $300 and $400. Mine won't be that expensive though, so you should just
just
come.
buy hers and get an Anne Rice as well.
So, and that will be at 5 o'clock on June 28th. Then we take a tiny break that isn't really a tiny break because we're still doing stuff, but come back on July 12th. I finally have an Atlanta location, people, and it is at one of the bookstores we've featured on here before because we love it. Becky's mad at me because she won't be able to come to this one. But Foxtail Books in Atlanta, it is like, it's a legendary bookstore. Yes. You should absolutely, if you're in that area, come to Foxtails. I'll be reaching out to all of my Atlanta friends, my Atlanta sisters in crime. Hopefully you guys can come out and we can have a chat at 5 p.m. on July 12th.
Yes.
And then July 26th, we are down in the Gulf. And we're going to be at Dorothy June's Books in Foley, Alabama, starting at 10 a.m. We are looking at a couple of other places, one in Florida, just down in that area because that's where we will be
during that time.
Vacationing, and there's no rest for the workaholics.
That's right. Well, that's why you write a book, so you can go around and meet all these wonderful people that want to buy your book and interact, and who knows, maybe gain stories for future novels.
So by all means, come to a Chase Harlem book signing, chat with me. I swear I'm friendly in person, and we will have a fantastic time. I can't wait to get to know you. I hope to see you there. If you're a fan of Couple of Bees, definitely let us know.
And the quilt will be
done and on display, and we will take a picture in front of it.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you so much, guys. Let us know what you're reading in the comments, and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye, guys.
Bye.